Peace. Good morning. Today is Friday. Let me get the date. Today is Friday the 28th of January. It is almost the end of the month. Well, hell, it is, but it's almost February. January is done. It's done, son. January is done. It's over with. And now you're about to step and tap into February. All right, so again, we always start with gratitude. I definitely appreciate everybody. Miss Selena, I appreciate you for being here. And whoever the other person is who haven't said good morning yet, the other people who have yet to say good morning, I say good morning to you. I say grand rising to those who do not mourn in rising, but they rise in the morning. So I appreciate you for doing what you do and what you've done. Miss Brown, welcome back. Welcome back. Everybody that's here right now in the Facebook world, everyone that's listening in the podcast world. Miss Kelly, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. Oh Lord, you had COVID and pneumonia. Okay, well this message is definitely for you. The inner voice, the inner voice, the voice within. So yeah, this one is a good one. I'm telling you. All right, so everybody that's out there listening on the Facebook, on the YouTube side, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Those are on Facebook. Make sure you also like the Consistency is Currency podcast Facebook page as well. And let's be great. Miss Lambert, I appreciate you for coming back. And everybody that's in the podcast world, let me read the dashboard demographics just to tell you how well we have begun to expand the brand itself. So Italy, we appreciate you. India, Nigeria, Canada, Germany, South Africa, Austria, Morocco, Mexico, New Zealand, Ireland, Turkey, Netherlands, Pakistan, Algeria, that's the new one, Kenya, and Puerto Rico is back again. So everybody that's listening in the international waters, I appreciate you 1000%. All right, so let's get into it. Hey, make sure you share this. Share it, and then once you get finished sharing, put the word done inside the comment. Let's be obedient. All right, so here we go. Let me give you what you came for. Some of this morning wisdom. Just been blessed to be in a position to be in the space to where content can allow people to see things from a different perspective and see it in a different light. So we're going to be talking about the voice within. You're like how the graphics was. You got the within, in between the voice. That's kind of like how we think, the voice within. If you're looking at if you can see your head from ear to ear, in between you have what is called your temple, and that voice lies within your temple. And the voice that's within your temple, what is it telling your temple, meaning your body? What is that inner voice that lies between your temple? How much power do you give it, and how do you empower it? Hey, wait till you see the word empowered. It was really blessed in how the word empower was broken down, and how it began to play itself. Because something else I want you to look up and want you to study, there is something that they're calling a inner monologue. For those that understand what an inner monologue is what do you say to yourself when these things happen, and what type of conversation are you having with yourself? That is what they're calling a inner monologue. For those who have been in school for who haven't been in school for a long time, like when we were coming up, there was something that they call sight words. So what I created today is something that I want you to begin to understand. I want you to call it your inner voice words. What are these words that empower you? And those are going to be your inner voice words. So again, we always go with the definition, and then we go with the R2 definition, where we give it a new defined way of seeing things. All right, so inner voice. This is the definition of what they're saying inner voice is. Inner voice is the result of certain brain mechanisms that cause you to hear yourself talk in your head. That's why I put the red there. hearing yourself talk in your head. The result of certain brain mechanisms that cause you to hear yourself talk in your head without actually speaking or forming sound. That's your inner voice. Again, between your ears is what you are considered. I mean, up just above your ears is your temple, but within your temple lies the mind and also lies the inner voice without coming out of your mouth. The temple is secured, but what are you securing and what are you leaving close hold within your temple? All right, so real simple. The definition of inner is the inner part of something. We're just going to leave that. That is real easy. The inner part of something, but we're talking about the inner part of you, the inner man, the inner essence of who you are and what you do and why you do it and how you do it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about voice. Voice is express something in words. And then the second definition of voice is regulate the tone quality of the right to express an opinion. Regulate the tone quality of the right to express an opinion. And the third definition is a form of set of a form or set of forms of a verb showing the relation of the subject to the action. I'm going to say that again. Then we're going to flip it and give you the R2 definition. A form or a set of forms of a verb showing the relation of the subject to the action. So now the R2 definition of inner voice is an internal self-regulated. Now remember, it's inside of your head. Again, on the side of your head is your temple. But inside of your head lies your temple where you're having these inner conversations in having and holding your inner voice, which begins a self-regulated set of tones formulated to express our subjective actions. Like today, running, when you're running and you get to that point to where you feel that you can't make it, that's when you begin to have that self-regulated set of tones that's formulated to express your subjective actions. You can get finished with the race or finish with your morning run when you're having that self-regulated tone formulated to express your subjective actions. I'm almost there. You're talking to yourself. I'm almost there. Let's get it done. Let's finish it. Finish strong. That's the inner voice because you're now self-regulating your set of tones formulated to express your subjective actions. Again, when you begin, if there is something that resonates with you, go ahead and drop it inside the comment because again, when people hear it on the replay, they may resonate with something that you're saying. Also, another thing, when we get to the inner voice words, if there are inner voice words that you formulate, go ahead and put your inner voice words down as well. Again, the definition, the R2 definition of inner voice is the internal self-regulated set of tones formulated to express our subjective actions. Your subjective actions could be subjective to how you see it. Your actions also could be subjective to what you are telling yourself in your inner voice or in what lies between your head is your temple and what outwardly is expressed could be subjecting your actions that you're going to take. The way you stop running, the way you walk, the way you quit, the way you, when you cried, the way you hurt. How are you self-regulating your tones and how are you expressing your formula? How are you expressing or formulating your subjective actions? All right. So number one, the very first inner voice word, again, we're not talking about sight words. We're talking about inner voice words. What are you saying to yourself during these times? So empowered. That is the first inner voice word, empowered. So I broke empowered down because we've talked about emotions previously, and emotions is energy in motion. So when you look at the word empowered, it has EM. So I broke up energy and I broke up motions, and I created this conjunction of empowered is energy, motions, and power. Because think about it from this perspective. When you say the word empowered, just the word alone gives you a sense of power. And you feel the energy when you say the word empowered. Y'all hear how that sounds? That's energy. That is the motion of energy and power all at the same time. So when you feel that inner voice word of I am empowered, you feel a certain way. You begin to set the tone for what? You set the tone of your expression of your subjective actions. I am empowered. I am setting the tone for my subjective actions, or I'm setting the tone for my subjective activities, or I'm setting the tone in how I'm going to finish this project, or I'm setting the tone in how I'm going to receive things because I am empowered. The energy of motion and power is being formulated to create a way of empowerment inside of you. And the next word, these are your inner voice words. The next inner voice words, when you're telling yourself, I have to be persistent, especially when you're doing like the planks, like this lady is doing, trust and believe. When you're doing planks, there's some inner voice words that you're telling yourself. You're either telling yourself, I got one more, or you're telling yourself, I just got 30 seconds left, or you're telling yourself, I'm almost done. You're going to definitely have some inner conversations with yourself when you're doing this exercise, trust and believe. But when you're having that inner voice conversation with yourself, you're telling yourself, I just have to be persistent. If I am persistent with what I'm doing, I'm going to finish strong. What do you tell yourself when you're in those moments? What are you providing? What type of energy are you providing yourself? How are you empowering yourself to be persistent, to get it done, to one more mile to go, to one more push up, to one more pull up, to I have one more paper to write, or I just have two more paragraphs, then I'm finished with this paper. Being persistent is your second voice word. Again, if there are voice words that you have that you're beginning to formulate, go ahead and put down your voice word. What are the words that you say that sets the tone? Your self-regulated words that you say that set the tone to your subjective actions. All right. The third word is dedication. That's you pushing through it. That is your third inner voice word. You're telling yourself, man, I'm dedicated. I'm keeping going. I'm dedicated to this fast. I'm dedicated to my mission. I'm dedicated to finishing this run strong. So saying this word gives you the ability to push yourself through the point, and you're pushing yourself through the process, because at the end of the process is victory. At the end of the process is the beginning of a victorious way of living, or a victorious actions that have taken place because you push yourself through the process. And the fourth thing, I like how this word played out. Determined. You're taking your can't and creating your can. So breaking down the word determine is to deter the mind. Determine, breaking the word determine down is being defined as to deter the mind. When you feel yourself going down that dark path, or you feel yourself about to quit, or you feel yourself telling yourself, I can't. That is switching the word can't into deter the mind and to empower it to say, I can't, from I can't quit now. I can't give in. I can't give up. That is switching it around and empowering yourself and putting yourself in a position to see it from a whole different perspective. The determinant of the mind to tell you that I can, by deterring it from saying, I can't stop now, to deter it and putting it in a whole new perspective. All right, the last word is demanding. Being demanding in your inner voice word will definitely set the tone. So you're going to have to be demanding within yourself, be demanding in your head, be demanding in how you formulate your expressions and how you set the tone of the day. Be demanding in how you set the tone for the rest of the weekend. Be demanding in how you are going to be successful with what you do. Be demanding in refusing to quit. That is how you begin to have your inner voice words. When you understand that it's really going to push you in a position to maximize in creating a new expectation because you are determined to be successful and you are determined to finish the race. You are determined to get through the journey because at the end of the journey becomes your destination. And you have to get to that point. And you're not going to get to that point if you're not taking yourself down. All right, so yeah, those are your inner voice words. Like again, like it was when we were coming up, they said, "Oh, these are sight words." Okay, but I'm gonna need you to see yourself through it. I'm gonna need you to speak to yourself. I'm gonna need you to empower yourself. Energy, motion, and power. Empower yourself through it, and I guarantee it will come to pass. All right, y'all be blessed. I will see you on Monday, 7:30, all over again. Tapping into your God sense, tapping into your God conscious, tapping into the things that you know that you should be consistent at that can possibly create some currency. Y'all be blessed. Peace.